Hello, everybody. How are you? Hopefully you can hear me okay. I want to say yes if you can hear me okay. Some reason it's showing that my live has already gone on for an hour. So it's very interesting that it's saying for an hour. So awesome. Thank you, New Horizons. All right. I want to say hello to everybody that's shown up so far. Daydream about nice things. Thank you for showing up and listening. I hope you have a safe drive home. Thank you, Justin and Christina, for showing up. New Horizon, Susan, Nomadic Hippie. Thank you for showing up. And thank you, Beyond Beauty Raid. Sorry I didn't get to make it to your live today. I'm having some computer issues and I had to restart everything before I made it onto my live. So I missed her trivia night. So sorry about that. Our Epic RV Adventure, thank you for showing up. If you don't already know, they will be coming on after our live. And then RV Underway, thank you for showing up. Runaway RV Nesters, Full Time Dream, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I got everybody all caught up. Oh, hello, Box Bandy. It was fun watching your live and watching you do all the interviews with everybody. You did great. I know that sometimes it's a little laggy on your end, but don't worry about it. You're good. Roy and Becky's Travels, thank you for showing up. And Lily, thank you for showing up as well. If you haven't checked it out, she's done some great things, along with a lot of other channels. And I won't go into it so much because a lot of other people like New Horizons and everybody else has talked about it, Captain Jack and so forth. But we do want to send out our prayers and wishes to the Jerry Holly family and Diana. Hello, A Space for 3 and Lori, my mom. Hello, hello. So I won't get into too much details about everything. Fabian may or may not be able to join me tonight. I will also give this disclaimer. I am trying to use my phone for the StreamYard. Since my computer went blue, I guess it was so excited about Blue Wave Odyssey. It decided to go blue on me, and I had to factory restart my computer. I have luckily been able to get some of the stuff restored, but my computer is not connecting properly and it doesn't have the right features yet for everything. Even if I'm on the chat and I do like the @ and how you can type in people and will make their names highlighted, I can no longer do that. So I'm still trying to work on it. This week will be me trying to figure everything out. So I'm trying to use my phone. So if it gets disconnected, I'm sorry, but hopefully it will go well. Hello, Geek Family Adventures. So I think I got everybody. If you haven't yet already, please hit that thumbs up. Today we are going to be talking about camping and camping tips. We will also have a couple more of... We have some more stickers. We got about 4 more this week that came on in. So we will be showing those stickers. Oh, I'm sorry. There is another one. There you go. 5. We got 5 more stickers this week. So that's very exciting. Our board is starting to fill up pretty good, actually. I wonder, I don't want anything to fall. I wonder if you can see it better. Yeah. So it's starting to get full. I'm going to try to think of something different to show everybody stickers and so forth, because they are starting to like bend and whatever have you. So that's something that I need to look into and doing this week. So as I talk about things, I'd love for everybody in the chat to go through and put in their input as well, because I know some things, but I don't know everything. Even though I am a female and Fabian thinks I know everything, and I like to tell him I know everything, I don't. So, yes. Oh, Happy Place Camping. Did I say hi? I think I said hi to you. Or maybe I haven't. I don't remember. But anyways, It's been a very, very long week. I feel that March has roared right in for sure. And there's a lot of things that happened this week. Sorry. There's a lot of things that happened this week, but I am working through it and everything will be okay and so forth. But that is not what tonight's topic is about. Tonight's topic is about top camping tips. And some things that you may not know if you haven't gone full-time RVing or you haven't gone camping yet. And we want to help out other people and what they can do. One moment. Okay. Hi, Steve Turtle. Thanks for coming. So some of the camping tips that I want to talk about is size does matter sometimes, depending on where you're camping at. So there are some parks that are very size dependent. If you are too big, and there's some that do not allow you to go in if you're too small. I have not had that issue with Fabian yet as we're traveling about our camper being too small for certain places. And when I heard about that, I was like, how is that possible? Usually it's the big rigs that have issues going into places. And it's not always that case because with bigger rigs, your setups are different of where you can hook up and so forth. So if your travel trailer or whatever you're traveling in is smaller than what the hookups are available at that spot, you're not allowed to stay in that area. So some areas do restrict the size of your rig due to the sewer connections and space limitations. Also, there's also the age matters. We worked at KOAs and we worked at two of them. We worked at the one in Dallas, Arlington. We worked at the one in Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood, Florida, we had the size restrictions. That is a very, very small park. If you've ever been there before, it legit is a parking lot with connections here and there. So with that in mind, when we went to Dallas, Arlington, it was a way bigger park. And we're like, holy Toledo, because there's some spaces that can hold up to 100 feet. And that's for the rig and your towing vehicle and so forth. And that's huge, up to 100 feet. Whereas one before that we were at, it was legit a parking lot. So we never really had the issues with sizes, but we did run into the issues at the Dallas Arlington of age. So the age of your vehicle or your travel trailer is the big factor. A lot of them want to do 10 years or younger. So your rig has to be 10 years or younger. And there are some exceptions that if you're trying to stay there long term compared to overnight. If you're there for a night or two, they're not going to really restrict you on your age because they're not going to sit there and ask you how old your travel trailer is or motor home and so forth. But if you're trying to stay there for a long term, for a month or longer, they may. And they'll also make sure that you have your registrations up to date and so forth. They're afraid of the rig not being able to move and any issues it may have on top of the electrical issues. Some of the pedestals at campgrounds are not like the greatest, and maybe your electrical and their electrical won't work. There's also the electrical factor of inside your rig. It may need to be replaced, and they don't want to have any fire hazards. So you can sit there and talk to the managers, and they'll let you know if you're allowed to come in or not. Some of them will ask for photos, and there's some Airstreams, and there's some schoolies, and there's some other vehicles and rigs that look really great because you guys put in so much effort in making it look good and a home. But there are some that are not the greatest. So that's that. Oh, hey, Fabian's here. And hello, Van Life with Gina Payne. I'm going to see if Fabian can join in and put some input in. I'm going to post the link for you, honey, So right now we're talking about camping tips, and I'd really love for you to join the stream if you're allowed um, to help me through this. And Gina is in Southern Oregon right now. Boy, oh, I miss that side of the world. Maybe one day we can go back. Hopefully next year. Device not connected. Add to stream. Hi.
Hello.
Awesome. I got it to work.
How's it?
Yay.
How's everything?
It's going. It's going. Um, had a little moment earlier. But for tonight we're talking about some camping tips and everything. I've discussed already about how size can matter depending on where you're going to be camping at. And I
Yes.
just covered about age and how the age of your camper can determine if you're allowed to stay long term.
Okay. N-
So,
Um, that is definitely true on a lot of campgrounds you go to. That's why if you have a 25-footer and smaller, you pretty much don't have nothing to worry about that. But when you got those 30-foot and longer travel trailers or fifth wheels, then you gotta worry about space and height and all of this and that.
oh yeah, height is another good factor. Yep. I
Yeah,
totally
because
forgot about that.
at KOA we try to keep all the tree limbs at least 14 feet high. Because every travel trailer is always under about 14 feet.
Yeah, I know that at the Dallas Arlington KOA, you had to go around with a chainsaw and take some of the branches off and so forth.
Yep.
So, yeah, so size definitely does matter. Definitely in the national parks. You just reminded me when you told me about 20 feet or smaller. The national parks, a lot of the places are very small, and you have
Yep.
to fit in that range. And that's one of the reasons why we stuck with what we have with Woody. Not because of the truck issue with how much it can tow behind it, which is a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But I also wanted to make sure that we could go into some national parks. And Woody is 19 feet, so it would allow us to go into those spaces.
Yep.
So,
Um, at that size, we're able to pretty much get anywhere, but then we still gotta worry on size and everything in other places. Like we came across a couple of situations before, and with Woody, just because of the size, and luckily we made it work.
oh yeah, we went for some free camping up in New Hampshire, and it's a pretty much a one-way in because there's no road to lead out. And this Haystack Mountain, I believe it was the name of the road.
Yep.
And at the very end, there's this turnaround spots,
And a lot of
and there
people
was
park
cars
there.
there. Yeah, we went by all the spots. There was like
So
one spot
if
available,
we had a big rig, we wouldn't have been able to do that turnaround. We would have to back it all the way out.
like a mile and a half backwards.
Yep.
It was it was intense, but we made it. So that actually brings up some location. One of the topics I want to talk about is the location of where you're going to be camping at. So, is it big rig friendly or not? And also, city ordinances can have an effect of if you're allowed to stay there as well. So,
Well, that's why when you're RVing, you definitely got to do your homework on these campgrounds and what they can fit, how big are the sites and everything like that. Because if you don't, you're gonna come across one that's definitely too small for your rig, and you basically just wasted your time getting there for no reason at all. And I'm sure a lot of people understand us on that part. I don't know everybody in the room. I'm sure if you had a issue with your camper not fitting in a place, just tell us your moments down below.
yeah, because it'd be interesting and I'd love to share them with everybody.
Yeah.
hmm And actually, speaking of which, Posh Cats Camping, they are from overseas, and I'm sure their camping over there is a lot different than ours because of their restrictions in certain places that they can and can't go because their sizes. So I'd love to hear some from Posh Cats Camping about some of their camping tips and how much size matters and certain things from that, if they have any age issues with rigs and so forth.
Hold on a second. Go ahead.
Oh, that's your radio. Okay. Hi, Kathy's Outdoor Adventures. And also, I think I saw somebody else come in real quick.
Okay.
And thank you, New Horizons, for what you've said and so forth. Okay. Perfect. I think I caught up with everyone. So Justin and Christina never had any issues. Well, I think Canada is pretty big. They're in Canada. And I believe it's Montreal area is where you're located. Hey, babe. I'm just going to mute you for a second. So nobody hears you. I just muted the radio because, yes, it was very distracting. Are you done? Yeah? You good? Okay. All right.
I gotta go.
You gotta go? All right. I love you. Thank you for joining us.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Sorry about that. So he was able to come in. He had a little break, but Henry had to go back. So welcome to the shipping light. All right. So location. Also, sometimes it's not just about your camper. Sometimes it's about who is with you and what's with you. Sometimes you have pets that can only go in certain areas, and depending on the breed. And also some places are children friendly, and there's some that are not so children friendly. And then there's some campgrounds are for 55 plus. So it really depends on the location, where you're at, and what pets are allowed to go there, and if you're in a community that's for a certain age gap and so forth. So that's something to think about. And I'm just looking at my notes. Yep. So location about pets is mostly one of the big factors. We do have an American Bulldog, as we consider Jag to be, due to the fact of certain places that he's not supposed to be really allowed to go. But he is an American Bulldog, and the vet has determined that he's an American Bulldog, and that has allowed us to stay at places where most places would just look at him and say no otherwise. So, yes, you always should check where you're about to go ahead of time. That's true indeed. And runaway RV nesters, and I do think the age thing can be what you said, but there are some factors that we have noticed when we're at campgrounds, definitely the Dallas Arlington KOA, where there were some older rigs there and they had a lot of issues. And when you're there and your rig is not able to move due to the age and not being able to get parts to be able to move the rig, it can cause some issues. Definitely depending on the location. If there was a big storm coming, which brings up the whole tornadoes or hurricanes, depending on where you're at, are you able to maneuver your vehicle or not, or your rig? And if there's other big factors coming in where they know that you need to be able to move your home, I'm just going to say home because motorhomes and travel trailers and schoolies and vans and all that can fit underneath that because it is our home. If you're not able to move it, you're going to get damage to that vehicle. And that's what a lot of it comes down to. If there's like a brush fire that's going on, you're going to end up losing your home because your rig is not up to date and you can't find parts for it anymore or whatever have you. And then a lot of them, you're supposed to go yearly to get an inspection, depending on where you're located and the ordinances due to that time. If you don't do a yearly inspection or have it inspected, you can cause a lot of issues. So I understand that a lot of the parks don't want the older rigs because they don't want them not being able to move, and not fulfilling the yearly registration and so forth, because then it's just going to sit there for years on, and it will cause more issues in the long run. Yes, so that's another thing that Kathy's Outdoor Adventures brought up as I was talking before about location. You want to check the roads that you're traveling. Some have low bridges. We have covered that before in the past, but it is a very important thing because Fabian and I almost hit 8'8" bridge up in Connecticut. We are 10'2", and the bridge was on the Connecticut Parkway. And we thought that we were going to be okay because it said no trucks, and we thought tractor trailer trucks. Come to find out, the parkways in Connecticut, when it says no trucks, it means usually no RVs or travel trailers and so forth on top of it. So the 8'8" bridge almost took off the top half of our travel trailer. We took an illegal turn, and we made a lot of people upset. But that illegal turn and everything has allowed us to avoid us losing the top of our travel trailer. So make sure that you check ahead of time. You can look Google Maps. You can use RV Parky. You can use whatever that you can have. They have GPSs like Rand McNally and Magellan, I believe, is the other one that you can buy for RVs, and you can put your heights and weights. Weights is another thing. When we're passing from Delaware to Pennsylvania, there are bridges that you can't go across. And even though the height is fine, the weight is not fine. So you got to know your weights as well, depending on the bridges around you. And as I look through, I want to double check. Yeah, we learned a lot about parkways. And well, I'm glad Full Time Dream has had their rig for 14 years and they haven't had any problems so far, so that's really good. And yep, there's usually a 10-year rule and so forth. Yes, that is very true, New Horizons. But some of them will waiver that 10-year rule if you have remodeled and you can show photos that your rig is restored to a better way than what most look like. And I'm not saying that you have to restore it all and that 10 years and younger are always better looking. There are some rigs that are a couple years old that don't look good at all. So you could go in there and be like, oh yeah, my rig is 10 years younger. It's like 2 to 3 years old, and it looks worse than a rig that's from the 60s. So you just got to know that sometimes that's what happens in campgrounds. And we've seen a lot of different things and had to turn away a lot of different people and so forth. Posh Cats Camping, giving their input from overseas, says he can never remember the height, size, and weight of his rig. Yes. So he has a piece of paper in the sun visor. So he can, I'm assuming it's Trev. I don't know if it's Trev or not. But so he can quickly check on in case of emergency. There are times that we did freak out. There was a couple bridges prior to the 8'8" bridge. We had a general idea what our safe factor was for Woody. We said 10.5 when it actually was 10.2 or 10.1-ish. We like to put in a couple extra because your tires can change as well. And the pavement in the road, it's depending if there's new pavement or not, because maybe they did some measurement and when they added more concrete or pavement, it could have made it a little bit taller too. So that's another factor to think of is your tires and pavement, and that can get you really close. When we went through the 10.3 bridge, we felt the pressure and the suction of the bridge coming in underneath or going over our travel trailer, and it was a very scary sound. All you hear is and then it went as we went out. It was no scraping, no nothing, but you could feel the pressure of the travel trailer just barely squeezing through, and it's something I never want to experience again. Tunnels tunnels. Oh my goodness gracious. That's another one. There was Boston and also going through the Chesapeake Bay area with a travel trailer. Propane is one of the factors that a lot of people travel with, and they usually travel with them on, which is not a good idea. This is some of the reasons why. When you're traveling with a propane on, it can, yeah, it keeps your fridge nice and cold and so forth, but it can cause some issues when you're going through tunnels, or something could go wrong and it can catch on fire a lot easier with your propane tank and it can explode. We've all seen videos, or you can look up videos where the propane tanks have exploded while you're traveling, and it causes more damage than just turning it off. When you're travel trailer, or when you're, we live in a travel trailer, so I keep saying it, but when you're traveling with your rig, you can turn the propane off. You travel about 3 to 4 hours a day, give or take, and that travel trailer will still keep the travel trailer will still keep working. The fridge will keep it nice and cool and everything. Sorry, I saw me black out, and I'm sorry about that, and it distracted my whole train of thought. But your fridge being closed will keep your food all cold, and you don't have to worry about anything going bad or spoiling. If you're that worried, take some ice packs. Put some ice packs in certain locations to help it keep it cooler inside. But the 3 to 4 hours that you're traveling, as long as if you're not opening and closing your fridge door that often, everything will be fine. So travel with your propane tanks off, please and thank you. It'll save you in the long run, I promise. And I don't know if this is a question from New Horizons or not. What app is the RVers use to know about overpass clearance? So the app for overpass clearances, there are some that show up on RV Parky. Now, this is one that's been usually inputted from other people, so I don't know how great it is for every spot, but it can help you with a general idea. There's also Park Advisor is another one that we have used in the past, and so forth. And I think Campgrounds may or may not. I know they have a lot of other great features and so forth. But if anybody else can think of an app that you use while you're traveling that will help you with clearances as you're traveling, let us know. And I can, Trucker Map. Trucker Map is another one I think we've looked into. Hello, Camper Life. Hello, Nursing Our Travel Book. Hello, Grassroots Living. And Jane's Cat and Niece for coming on in. And Daydream About Nice Things. I'm just making sure that I said everybody, because I was on a tangent for a while. Will, you missed Fabian. You came in late just because you were taking a shower. Just saying. But it's okay. Oh, yay. Christina, they're going in for the 35-week checkup for the baby tomorrow. So excited. All right, so our Epic RV Adventure says, Garmin RV Edition, RV Trip Wizard are great tools for height clearances. I'll show that real quick. So that way, if you want to write it down and so forth, now you can see it and what it is. All right, so there's that. So far, I've covered 4 things about camping tips and the type of RV. Oh, that's another thing that will determine if you're allowed to go into campgrounds or not. The type of RV, a lot of them will make sure that you are self-contained. If you're not self-contained, meaning you have a bathroom and a shower inside, some of them will not allow you to stay. So a lot of the parks don't have a facility where you can use their shower facilities and so forth. And they want to make sure that you're able to park in a spot to be able to dump and everything else that you need to do. So are you self-contained or not is another reason why or why not they'll let you stay in the RV park. Sorry. I just happened to look down at Camper Life said, Fabian may have been able to smell him all the way down to where he's at. He's still in Louisiana. He needed a shower that bad. So that's pretty funny. Boondocking is nice. We did cover last week about boondocking, so I'm not going to go into too much about that. But yes, boondocking is very nice. But some of these that I have talked about, sorry, I have a hair or something there. Some of these I have talked about are from people that we have watched through YouTube or that we have experienced. I do want to cover some of the other things about camping, which all these links are down below in the description. But these are some people that I want to highlight from this past week that have put something out this past week talking about campgrounds and also about campground reviews. We actually, shameless plug, just did a campground review back on Thursday. And that Thursday, we did, I keep seeing me go in and out. I'm sorry. So this last Thursday, we did a campground review about Twin Fountains RV Resort down in Oklahoma. If you haven't been able to see it, check it out. It was actually a really cool place, and we would like to go back. But reviews and finding them on YouTube is one of the reasons why people will stay or not stay at certain places. So some of these people that I want to shout out have done a video recently about camping reviews, or they do a lot of reviews. Driving and Vibin', they came out this week about the top 5 rules that you should look at when you're looking into campground on stay at campgrounds and staying there long term, or even if it's short term. And they talk about like checking the reviews of the campground. Reviews is one thing, and that's how you get to know if you want to stay at the campground or not. So if you don't know much about the campground, you look at the reviews. And the other factor is, how old are the reviews? Are the reviews from 10 years ago? Are they from before a management change or not? I don't know if I froze again because the computer showed me a black screen. So if I'm missing anything or it's skipping, please let me know and I will cover it. I know a couple weeks ago, I told a great story about Posh Cats camping and about their trip in Norway, and then you all missed it all. So I'm doing better now at reading the comments in the live and going back to cover what I may have covered. But yes, driving and vibing. Check out the reviews of campgrounds before you go, and how old are those reviews. Also, if the campground doesn't really have a website to go to, do you really want to stay there or not? That's an important thing. And then you can also check out on Facebook, because Facebook is pretty good at having different things about campgrounds or anything in general. So how important is Facebook and their input from there? And do campsites allow long terms or not? And what are their regulations on that? So check out Driving and Vibe, and they cover up a lot more, and he talks more in detail about everything that I just covered. Link is down below. And then RV Tips and Trips. This is a new channel that I stumbled across, and they just did one in Las Vegas. So if you're out in the west side near the Las Vegas area, check them out. They did 1,000 trails. I think the one that they stayed at was 1,000 trails, but they do a lot of reviews about 1,000 trails, and they're mostly out in the west side. And then he talks about other spots as well, and he does casino stays and all that. I know Honey and Mean just did some, but RV tips and trips. Say that 10 times fast. Does a lot of reviews on campgrounds. So if you're out traveling to the west side, check them out. And how he saw that when he looked at reviews, it steered him away from going at some campgrounds as well. So as you can see, reviews are important. And then Less Junk, More Journey. They put out a video recently. They have strategies for camping in peak season in Florida. That's the one that they just came out with. We know the peak season's starting to wind down in Florida, but if you are planning on going there next year, definitely if you're going during the RV show in Tampa, these are some strategies that will help you so that way you don't run out of a spot being able to stay at, or maybe you'll learn something about a certain campground. So you can plan ahead, because planning ahead is very important as you are traveling through. So Less Junk, More Journey, they do some boondocking as well. Their reviews, they talk about how old the reviews are and so forth. And upgrades within the campgrounds. So have there been any upgrades since the last time somebody reviewed something? I know when we stayed at the Dallas Arlington KOA, when we stayed at the Dallas Arlington, I think I froze again. I don't know if I did or not. Ooh, 1 second. Totally saw us go blank. Okay, I think I'm back again. I totally saw it go black. So when we stayed at the Dallas Arlington KOA, there was a lot of complaints prior to us getting there about their restrooms and where people could go in and shower and so forth. They remodeled that. And since they remodeled, everything got way better. And people are looking at past reviews like, well, I don't know if I want to stay there because of the restrooms. And here we are tent camping, and I don't want to go in some restroom that's outdated and so forth. Well, now since it's been redone, a lot of people are impressed by it. So make sure that you look at that and so forth. And showers, and the showers are way better than what they used to be. Okay, no freezing. Perfect. Let me just, okay, perfect. Everyone's saying that's not really freezing. Great. Oh, they're talking about discounts and everything. All right, I'll go back through and we can talk about the discounts and so forth because I love discounts. Another one. I have 2 more to talk about. Downsizing Makes Sense is a new channel that just went full-time RVing. So if you are new to RVing and you want to see what it's like for a newbie to be learning and traveling, Downsizing Makes Sense just put out a video this week. They did their first 1,000 trails encore down in Florida, and they learned how they should be planning ahead, and you can't sometimes just show up at a campground. There are times, depending on the year and location, that you can just show up and find a spot. But they are new to RVing, and they are now learning that in the first few weeks of camping, certain places are good to stay at and certain places are not good to stay at. So check them out. I don't want to go through everything, but they also did have a gator. A gator was at their campground. Just saying, I don't know if I would stay there because the gator can come around and snap and get little dogs, cats, whatever you're traveling with, kids. No go. So check out, see if gators are around too. And then last but not least, Camper Life. Woo! He's in the chat. I want to give you a shout out. And he is in my notes, by the way. So, Camper Life, he does a lot of reviews. And the reviews include 1,000 trails, state parks, and other places that he has been at. I did put down for Camper Life a link that shows his playlist. So if you're more interested in 1,000 trails, you can just look at that playlist instead of just one specific video. So check out Camper Life, check out his reviews if you are traveling and want to know about a certain location or about certain parks for certain, I guess, like how 1,000 trails and so forth are. Usually if you're a member, you get discounts for it. We're not 1,000 Trail members. We do Harvest Host and Boondockers Welcome. And we do a lot of boondocking and so forth, and mooch docking. Right, Mom? Thanks, Mom. Hi, Bob from Blue Wave. Thank you for stopping by and so forth. But I think I covered everything in here. Is there anything that you all can think of that I did not cover? As you are filling that in, and I'm going to look through to see what you're talking about with pilot and TSD card. I think I know what you're talking about because that's a diesel card. I want to go through and show you the 5 stickers that we got today. Or not just today, but that I'm showing and promoting today. Oh, sorry, Runaway RV Nesters just said that they stayed at one in Arkansas past Texas that had a gator. They didn't disclose this. My brother-in-law saw it while he was fishing. No, no, thank you. Oh, goodness gracious. Nope, I'm good. No gators for me. All right, so here's our first one. Doo-doo-doo. I think. Oh, this lighting is not good for this. I don't know. It's always backwards. Okay, so it says thank you on top. I can't figure this out. And it keeps freezing and I can't see it. So we're just going to go with it. All right, so this one is from Sue and Paul, who is from SPW Excursions. And it says, where the wind blows, we shall travel. It's very cute. I don't know how well you can see it. My nails are horrible, so I'm very sorry. I'm in the process of peeling them. I did my own nails, that dry powder stuff, this past week or so. It didn't come out too well, so I'm trying to fix it. Sorry. And then we have this one. Hi, Daydream About Nice Things. Saying hi to Camp Live. All right. And then we have S'more Camping with the Shrugs. So they're on YouTube as well. John and Heather. This is their business card and their sticker. Guessing I have to go this way. Woo. So if you don't know who they are, check them out. You get another card that says hi. And it's from Mill Nettie, Living Free, Zip Codeless, and Jack the Cat. So, oops, there we go. Look at that. That looks like a Toonstead type of drawing right there. Toonstead actually made one for us, and that is our Instagram little thing that we have. So Toonstead is awesome. If you don't know who they are, check them out. They have Instagram, Facebook, I believe, and also YouTube. He does drawings. He's a cartoonist. So it's not all about RVing. All right, here we go. We got a thank you card. And this is from Johnny's Journey. So Johnny, here we go. Look at that. Love it, love it, love it. And then last but not least, Jimmy and Lisa. They sent us our sticker, or sent their sticker to us. Oops, I dropped something. At Find Us Camping. They have Facebook, they have Instagram and YouTube. So if you don't know who they are, check them out. So excited. Okay, so we are almost at the top of, we have 15 minutes. How's everybody handling this time change thing? Because honestly, it's insane. Yes, we are very excited about our stickers and the new ones that we just got. So we're hoping to get more. Can't wait. So I'm also very interested in what you guys were talking about with discounts and so forth, because I'm a big discount person. I like to stay at places that are free usually. They were talking about TSD. I believe that is a card that usually is for people that travel with diesel vehicles. I guess they had some trouble with Good Sam and so forth. So that's understandable. We use Gas Buddy. We have a credit card through them. That helps saves us some money. We also use the Shell. We have BP. We have Mobil, Exxon. We do have Pilot and Flying J as well. So TSD likes to give 50-cent per gallon discount. However, if you have to use a trucker lanes and pump nozzles, the pump nozzles don't fit easy inside a standard pickup truck. Well, that's good to know. So somebody could link down what TSD is. That would be great to know what TSD is for all our diesel people. Oh, I do agree with Kathy about reviews and everything. If there is a review that somebody put, maybe something bad happened, which we had some campers not be so happy campers. And their one little upsetting moment because something didn't work or whatever have you, can cause a whole issue with the rest of the reviews. So is it just one person complaining, or is it a lot of people complaining? If a lot of people complaining, then you may not want to go there. It's not going away. Sorry. Perfect. I want to say thank you to all the people that are here right now. I really appreciate all 22 you all and everybody that has hit that thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. I know today's been one of those odd days and so forth. Pilot charge card, save 3 cents per gallon. Yep. And then I think on Pilot, if you have it on your phone, your Pilot can also have special membership benefits on top of it, where you can get like free drinks on Wednesdays or Thursdays or something like that. So check out the Pilot app, add that to your phone while you're traveling, save some money at Pilot, and also earn some free hot dogs or drinks here and there. Or I think after you buy so many coffees, you can get a free coffee. I think they have that on Pilot. So check that out. I think I caught everybody for what they were talking about with apps and discounts for gas. We should do a segment on that. Yeah, Gas Buddy's awesome. And oh, thank you, Daydream About Nice Things. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Lily. Hi, Dreaming Out Loud Rving. Hey, hey, hey. Thanks for joining us. Mapco cards. I haven't looked into Mapco cards, actually. That's good to know. I know there's a lot of stuff that's down south that the Northerns don't have. They have Sheets, they have Publix, they have Mapco. They have a lot of things. Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's was fun down in Texas, and I think they're trying to expand outside of Texas. I think they're building one in Louisiana, if I am right on that one. So you can do all of that. I really do appreciate going to Sheets. There's another one I can't think of right now. It was in Virginia, and it's a place that Fabian likes to go. Boy, I wish he was here right now. It's like Sheets, but it's not Sheets, and they have really good, well, he feels they have really good subs and everything. Yes, Daydream, but Dreaming Out Loud Rving. Sorry. Oh my gosh. We were talking about TSD logistics a little bit. It is only for diesels. But if you know some about it, I'd love to talk about it. I have it actually in my notes somewhere. I write a lot of notes. I do have it. I just don't know what page it's on. Wawa. Yes, it was Wawa. Thank you. Casey's is good. Casey's is actually around here, but it was Wawa. Fabian's all about that coffee from there. And he likes to go in with his coffee cup. All right, I'm going to say a lot of stuff about Fabian right now. I may or may not be missing him. I don't know. But anyways, he goes in with his coffee cup and he will get whatever coffee, not decaf, but whatever there is, robust, Arabic, whatever, and he'll fill it with a bunch of creamer, like different flavored creamer. It's not like all just French vanilla. It's not all hazelnut. It's not all whatever. He'll take like one of each, give or take, and he'll put it into his coffee, and he'll be like, "Here you go, honey. Give this a try." And he's like, "Why? If I want to have a certain type, I just want hazelnut. I don't want pumpkin French whatever, French vanilla, hazelnut all in one." Who else does that? Like, honestly, I understand like if they run out of creamer, or you might want to do some half and half with some French vanilla or Irish cream or whatever, but don't put 4 different flavors into one. Right? Come on. Yes, Buc-ee's is really cool. I do agree with that. But anybody else? Go on. That is insane. It's okay that you're driving and listening to this stream, Box Fan D. It's good. Hi, RV Butterfly. Thanks for coming in. And yes, everybody loves Wawa. I'm not on that board. I don't know. It's not bad. I do enjoy it. Maybe it's because Fabian put all the flavor into the coffee. So I didn't really enjoy their coffee as much because it was like 10 million flavors inside of it. So I just realized I think I keep hitting this. So I'm sorry if I keep hitting this and it's bothering anybody. So after we are done in a couple minutes, do please go and rate our epic RV adventure. They are in the stream, but if Camper Life or Bob or Justin and Christina, one of our moderators, please put in their link so people can head on over to see our epic RV adventure and give them some support. I know they have a lot to discuss as well this week. I know they're going to do some stuff for Jerry Holly and so forth. I'm kind of letting other channels cover them. It doesn't mean I am not thinking of them. I just want other channels to be able to express themselves, and I try to keep upbeat stuff, and I will announce certain things, but I try to get on topic of certain other stuff to cover, because I can get very emotional, as most of you guys saw earlier in this stream. So I try to do other stuff to get through it instead of having meltdowns. So that's just how I am. That's how I will be. Hi, Cowtown VIP. Thank you for joining us. They have a human being in Lake Havasu. Wait, what is going on? Hi, Rick Bose Rides. Thank you for joining us. So I know I said hi to RV Butterfly when they came in. Thank you, Will, for putting in the link for our epic RV adventure. And thank you, Bob, for coming back. I know you're in AutoCAD, so don't worry about the caps. I know you're not yelling at me. And I think I have everybody covered. So let me know. Is there anything you'd like for us to cover about RVing next week? I can make something up. I have no problem with that. But I want to help you all understand certain things and maybe a different perspective, but also have an open discussion with you, because maybe there's something I don't know. So if there's anything you'd like for us to discuss in our live streams, ask, put it out there, and I will research, I will find information, I will link more people, and I will also do shout outs, and I don't mind. So if there's anything at all, sorry, thanks, Will. Hey, Milnet. Oh, you just missed it. I know you just came in. Oh, goodness gracious. But I did show your sticker. I have your sticker. I got your sticker. Is there the only one that I put away? Yeah, look at that. Oops. Here you go. Yeah. This camera thing is really trippy. So, here you go. Yep. So, we're just pretty much wrapping up. We're talking about some discounts and everything now. People are talking about Starbucks. Starbucks has an awesome app, and you can earn free coffee and so forth if you've got so much. And Sam's Clubs has gas discount. So, we're not Costco, we're not Sam's Clubs, nor BJ's members. We thought about it, but we've also learned that there's only BJ's, I believe, on the East Coast, not really on the West Coast. Costco's in certain areas and so forth. Sam's Clubs are everywhere. But, oh, hey, New Vision Security Services. Hi, New VSS. I'm glad you were able to come too. So, and Gingy. Is it Gingy? Thank you for coming. You are new to our channel. Welcome to the RV community. We are wrapping it up and we're going to be rating our epic RV adventure coming up. Oh, and Bob, we need your sticker. We sent one a while back and you were traveling. And we need your sticker. So, oh, yeah, you're welcome, Poshcat Camping. Thank you for joining us. And I'd love to have more of your guys' input from overseas and everything. And bring your friends over that you know from on the other side of the ocean. I love learning about everything. So, Kroger. Kroger is down south, yes. And so forth. Yay. But I am pretty much wrapped up here. I really appreciate it. If you can think of anything else, you can email us. I will put that email link up. Boom. You can always email us and we can discuss what you want to discuss next week. If you have any questions, if you are watching this on a replay, feel free to email us. We will answer any questions and cover anything. And if you want something that's non-RV related, let us know. Because I will answer questions that you need to know about me. Fabian, I'll just, he's my husband, so I'll just answer whatever I want to say. But thank you, everybody, for showing up. All 24 of you guys are still with me as we are heading out. Glad to do all the shout-outs. I will be tomorrow. If you are not our friend on Instagram, check us out on Instagram. And we will be putting up the stickers. I don't know how well it showed up in here, but we will be showing all the stickers that we received today. And also, Mocha got something new this last week. So we stay tuned to that. It was very expensive what Mocha got, but maybe she'll show off for you all and show you. Grassroots Living, they're in Missouri, the show me state. If Grassroots Living, if you're heading towards the Kentucky area, let me know. You can email. We are not that far from Missouri, depending on what part of Missouri you're at. Maybe we can meet up. Since Mocha is now better and I can actually travel and so forth. Fabian will be back on the 29th-ish, hopefully. So I'm hoping he'll be sitting next to me for our next live. Or for that live. We still have a couple weeks to go. So everybody's saying goodnight. Check out the raid that's coming up right on there. Oops, I thought I hit show. Maybe it will work. Oops, maybe I hit it again. Trying to make everything work. And like I said, everything that I covered, For the channels that I shout out is down below. Check them out. I will have more coming up, and if anybody contacts us about what they want us to talk about next week, I will do that as well. So I think I'm just gonna say goodnight to everybody. Everybody's starting to sign off. Go check out our epic RV adventure. Hopefully your kids aren't going crazy with this whole time change, full moon coming Friday the 13th. So, yes. POA, we have ribs. I'm going to go eat some ribs. That's it. Mic drop. Have a good night. Bye.